Hello, and welcome back to my channel today. So, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, my allergies are very much acting up. There's been a lot of pollen this week, and so just excuse my voice for this video. But it is about 10 o'clock on a Saturday, and I slept in because my head was just pounding, but I just took some medicine. So, that's going to be gone in the name of Jesus. So, I just made a nice cup of coffee and I will be sipping on this throughout my little video. Today's video is going to be an honest, interesting video. And I only say it that way because I'm going to do kind of like a what I read in February, but also what I want to read in March, even though February is long gone and March is already underway and I'm already behind. So that's just a little preview on what is to come in this video. So that first sip. Okay, let's start with what I read in February. And I planned to have 3 books that I would read in February. You can go back to that video to what I planned to read in February. I only got through 1 book. And am I in a reading slump? Maybe. I don't think I am. I think I enjoy reading, but there's a lot of times that I would much rather just sit down and like do something mindlessly, especially after work. I don't know if y'all saw my other video, the day in the life of a teacher, and any teachers know that it's just very emotionally draining to be a teacher. And so when I come home, I don't really want to pick up a book because I feel like it's just more work rather than like watching TV or just like relaxing on the couch. So, all that to say, the only book that I finished in February is Family of Liars, which is the prequel to We Were Liars. This book, I gave 3 stars on Goodreads. I did give We Were Liars 5 stars on Goodreads, so I wasn't expecting both to get 5 stars. I think that would have been nice, but I thought that was a little unfeasible. So, this book was good. I enjoyed the writing style. Like, I do think E. Lockhart writes really well. I just think it was almost basically the same book with different characters. And not to say that the plot or like anything that happens within the book is the same, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. And so it got 3 stars. It does have elements of romance. It definitely has some mystery in it as well. 3 stars. The only book that I finished in February. I did start A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm on chapter 10. So I'm a little ways in. I will go ahead and insert some clips of my thoughts while I was reading last weekend. I'm currently reading through A Court of Thorn and Roses. And if you saw my last video, you know that I really, really enjoyed this book, and I was only like a chapter in. So I am a little bit further. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm on chapter 4. I'm just going to do a quick little time lapse of me reading this book, and who knows? I am liking this a lot more than I thought I was going to, so that's a benefit in itself. So, time to read. Also trying really hard not to crack the spine. So if you see me like opening the book this much to read, it's because I'm trying not to crack the spine. Okay, just a little update. I'm now on chapter 6, and she has been taken. Prythian? I don't know. It's basically where the fairy lives. So she's about to see what she has never seen before. I'll catch back up with you later. And I am planning to add some more clips as I hopefully read today. Davis has a tennis match, so I was thinking about going with him to the tennis match, and then that'll kind of like force me to read in a sense. Not in a bad way, but just, you know, get outdoors and just kind of get lost in the book. I have really enjoyed this book, and I definitely do want to finish it. It's a whole different world because it is fantasy. So you're having to like really think about like what these characters look like. Like, for example, the High Fae all have these like masks attached to their face, and they're not allowed to take off these masks. And I could be saying this completely wrong because I'm still pretty new in the book. But it's just very, like, I'm trying to visualize it, and I'm having a hard time. So I'm reading this a little slower than I thought I would, but it's still a really good book. So that is what I read and started in February. And I made a realistic goal of like 3 books, which I do think is reasonable. That's what I read in January. But I think this month, and it could be like spring fever, it could just be, you know, what's going on at work, that I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I'll just kind of let that rest a little bit. So now on to what I plan to read in March. So my plan is to finish this book in March, and y'all are going to hold me accountable to this. I'm going to finish it. I'm posting it here. I will finish this book in March. And then other ones that are on my TBR list. First is the Nicholas Sparks Dreamland, which Nicholas Sparks is a very seasoned writer. He has written so many books. And I've read Safe Haven. I talked about this in one of my past videos about how Davis got this for me for Valentine's Day. So I do want to put forth some effort and show him that I appreciate the gesture. So I want to read this book in March. It has 367 pages, so it's a good size. I love the cover. I think it's really gorgeous. So I am planning to read this. I think I will give this 4 stars. I will. I think I will give this 4 stars. That is my thought. That's where I think I'm going to head with Dreamland. The next book that I plan to read is Carrie Soto is Back. And as I said in my last video, this is about a tennis star that's like determined to win. And I think this could be a good little book that I can kind of relate in a sense to like Davis's work. And so I think I really do want to read this book in March as well. And I do need to kind of step up my reading if I'm planning to read this much. One sec, take a sip of the coffee. So that is all that I have planned of what I read last month and what I'm going to try to read this month. Again, I want to be very realistic. I don't want to set a goal that's way too high for me. And as much as like I wish that I enjoyed like reading for hours and hours on end, but that's just not me. And I normally will read for maybe like an hour and a half, and then I feel like I kind of need to take a break. I need to get up and do something else. So it does take me a little bit longer to get through books, and I think that's okay. I don't need to be somebody that is reading, 10 books every month. So I'm just trying to make sure that my goals are realistic for me. And that would be my suggestion to you. If you're looking to get into reading, find books that interest you, find a genre that you like. And yes, it's okay to branch out of that genre, but start with the genre you like. And then maybe find an author you like and kind of go through their books. Because if you don't enjoy the book, you're not going to pick it back up. So that's my suggestion. Make realistic goals and find a genre you like. So those are my 2 tips to reading. And I think I'm going to do a little cleaning montage to kind of end this video because the house needs to be cleaned. I don't like dirt, so I can see some dirt on the floor and I need to get the vacuum out and get started. So I will make sure to include a little fast forwarded video of me cleaning. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video of just almost like a random video. It kind of included my February reads, what I plan to read in March, but also like some clips of me talking about A Court of Thorns and Roses and a cleaning montage. So it's got all the elements, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to my channel because it really does support it. And I can't wait to see you guys back here next week. Bye.